So you're new to VoiceOver, or soon to be new to VoiceOver, and the first thing you do is you jump on YouTube to start doing some research, and you find all these videos about microphones and interfaces and software and all the gear and equipment that you need to start in VoiceOver. But there's one thing that you don't really find a lot of, and that is, what kind of computer should you use? What happens is a lot of beginners overthink this part. They think that there is some special computer or special specs of a computer that you need to have in order to do VoiceOver, and that's really not the case. There's not a lot of information out there about the computer specs that you need for VoiceOver. So by the end of this video, you're going to understand what you actually need in a computer to do VoiceOver so that you can stop researching and start recording. And there's one assumption that most newcomers to VoiceOver have that is completely wrong, and that's probably the reason why you're feeling stuck right now, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. Right off the bat, I'll go ahead and tell you that VoiceOver is not some sort of a high-performance computing job. You don't need some super high-end, fancy schmancy, thousands of dollars computer to actually get started. If the computer you have right now can run a basic piece of software, can save audio files, can browse the internet, and send emails back and forth, then you're closer than you think. So if you're thinking that you can't get started right now because you don't have the right computer, then think again, because the computer that you have in your house right now is probably all you need. And we'll get to that in a sec. Because once you understand what really matters, then the decision gets a whole lot easier. My name's Mike Hathcote, and I'm a full-time voice actor, and I help beginners get started in VoiceOver. And that includes wasting money on gear and stuff that you don't need. Many of my students actually start recording their first jobs on computers they already have, so no need to sink tons of money into a brand new computer just to get started in VoiceOver. If you want a full picture of the entire VoiceOver industry and where you might be able to fit in, I've got a webinar coming up this Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time that you can attend for free and learn a little bit more about the VoiceOver industry and kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. In this 1-hour live webinar, I'll answer any of the questions that you may have about the VoiceOver industry, give you an overview of the industry as a whole, and just for attending, you're going to get a copy of my book, The VoiceOver Blueprint. And you'll get the digital as well as the audiobook version of that just for showing up. The link to sign up is in the description and pinned comment below, so feel free to sign up for that. Once again, it's absolutely free. You'll get the free book, and I'll see you there. But in the meantime, let's get back to the computer problem. One of the first problems that beginners run into is thinking that you need to have a pro computer to get pro sound, and that is definitely not true. Really, your audio quality comes from your microphone choice, your recording environment, like your booth, and your recording technique, not from an expensive computer. The next problem is getting stuck comparing computer specs like RAM and processing speed and different brands, Mac or PC, which really just stops you in your tracks, and meanwhile, no recordings are happening. The next problem is buying for the career you don't have yet. So thinking that you have to buy a super fancy computer if you're going to be full-time in 2 or 3 years, when you don't realize that you can actually start today with probably the computer you've already got. And what that buying for the career that you're going to have in the future does is you end up overspending and wasting money on things that you should be spending on, like training and microphones and your recording space. Those things are much more important. You need to understand these kind of problems first so that these recommendations that I'm about to make are going to make sense to you. So now let's talk about what actually matters step by step. A beginner VoiceOver computer really just needs to do a few things. The first is run recording software efficiently. And most computers can handle this already because recording software doesn't use a ton of resources on your machine. The next thing is just to be able to handle basic audio editing inside that software, which once again, shouldn't be an issue for most computers. The third thing is to be able to export your audio files in either WAV or MP3, which most audio software can handle. The next thing is to be able to upload files reliably, and this really falls more on your internet connection than your computer itself. That's it. You're not rendering videos, you're not, running these heavy resource plugins. You're really only recording one voice and one track. This is just the base. This is where beginners usually go wrong. They think that they need all this other stuff to be able to record and edit basic voiceovers, and that's really not true. The next common question is Mac or PC. The age-old question, right? Mac or PC? It does not matter. I use Mac, and I've used Mac for probably 20 years at this point, but plenty of people out there use PCs, and it does not matter which one you use. Neither one is going to make your voice and your recordings sound any better. If you're a PC user and you've been using PCs your whole life and someone mentions to you that you should be using a Mac, don't feel obligated to do that. If you're familiar with PC, that's going to make the transition to the voiceover industry that much easier because you won't have to learn a new operating system. And the same goes from switching from Mac to PC, although I don't know too many people who've done that. But if someone says that you should switch to PC and you're a Mac user, don't feel like you should do that either. Just be comfortable with the operating system that you're used to. Use what you already know, especially at the beginning. Now, later on down the road, once you've kind of gotten your feet wet with VoiceOver and you want to switch operating systems just for a change, then knock yourself out. But at the beginning, stick with what you already know. Okay, now let's talk about specs without turning this into some big tech nightmare. Okay, first let's set a baseline. And first we're going to talk about RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. I'm sure you've seen that. That's usually listed on the specs of most computers right on the box. And RAM is basically how well your computer can multitask, having multiple windows open and running at the same time. 8 gigs of RAM is usually about as low as you want to go in a computer. And luckily, most computers already have that at least, if not more. 16 would be better, but 8 gigs is probably going to be your bare minimum. And when it comes to storage, I always suggest using external hard drives for your storage. Most computers do have plenty of space on the computer itself, but I'm a big fan of making sure that if something were to happen with your computer, then that drive that you've got can be unplugged and plug it into a new computer, and there's all your files again. You've probably heard of a solid-state drive, or SSD, and this is a way to store your files without moving parts. It keeps the fan running less on your computer, and it definitely makes less noise on the computer itself. So a solid-state drive is preferred but not required. And when it comes to processors, basically any processor within the last 10 years is going to be plenty to handle all the functionality you need for VoiceOver. So you don't need a VoiceOver computer, you just need a reliable computer. So if your computer can run things like Audacity, Adobe Audition, Zoom, or run Google Drive, then you're already off to a good start. And this is the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about as well in the free webinar coming up on this Tuesday night. Okay, the next topic is laptop or desktop. Which one is the best for VoiceOver? Most people these days use laptops, especially when they're beginning, because they're portable, they're usually quiet, and they easily fit into small spaces, which when you're building out your booth, maybe you're just doing a blanket fort and you don't have a lot of space in there for a big tower computer. You can put a laptop in there on a little table and you're good to go. Also, don't feel like if you do have a laptop that you need to keep it in the booth. You can get external monitors and run cables and keyboards and mice into your space, and you can leave your laptop outside the booth if you want to, just to free up some space and also to make it a little quieter. Now, if you do want to use a desktop, that's fine. Just make sure you have plenty of space in your booth, or you do have some external monitors to run into the booth and keep the tower outside. But desktops can be upgraded a lot easier, and they eventually end up having more power than a laptop, but you don't need a desktop computer to be functional in VoiceOver. So start portable with a laptop. You probably already got one at the house, and then upgrade if you want to as your work kind of demands it, but not before. Okay, this ties directly into one of the biggest mistakes of all that I mentioned earlier, and that is using the computer decision as a delay tactic. A lot of beginners think that they need to, save up for the perfect computer to get started with all the bells and whistles that, these modern brand new, PCs and Macs have. And that's definitely not true. You can usually start with what you've got. Another reason why a lot of beginners get delayed is because they think that the better gear is going to somehow make them sound better or give them more confidence. And that's not the case either. If you start with what you've got, what's going to give you confidence is moving forward. So your confidence comes from the reps. And of course, the reps comes from getting started. And starting comes from using what you have right now. So I hope this video has helped you kind of go from not knowing if your computer is good enough to start to knowing exactly what's required to get started. And once again, if you want more information about not only the gear, but also the performance and marketing and everything that goes into a profitable voiceover business, then don't forget that free webinar coming up this Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. And just for showing up for the webinar, you're going to get the digital and audio copy of my book, The Voiceover Blueprint, plus 4 free additional gifts. Once again, that link is down below. So you don't need a perfect computer to start. You just need permission to start. And now you've got it. Thank you once again for being here. I appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, feel free to hit all the buttons. That is the best way to help this channel. And if you have a question about anything computer related, drop them down below. And last but not least, if you're still new to VoiceOver and you hear a lot of terminology being thrown around that you just don't quite get, then I made a special video just for you. And it's located right about here.